my.
It's the,
2 hours.
Yeah.
Intense conversation. Not a crossword. We're making progress.
Yeah, well, I didn't talk.
You're funny. Brandy. Can I have another brandy?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? I think perhaps that bucolic little inn is good for us. Or maybe it was the pâté de lapin.
No doubt.
I'm glad that Ellie was otherwise engaged tonight. Thank you, my darling. It's funny, everybody thinks she's so heartbroken about Craig, and all I ever do is see her in Brock Lombard's arms. Well, the gun bothers me, darling. The gun in her handbag. My heavens, that gun is bigger than Ellie is. Why did she take it? You know?
Why do you insist upon talking about everybody else in this town but us? That's all we ever do. We pay lip service, not us.
Left our lips. Okay, let's not. We won't talk about anybody.
Okay, good.
As long as you won't talk about Susan.
I promise we won't talk about Susan. Although, oh, come on now, don't start in.
There was something I wanted to say at dinner. I've forgotten what it is. Oh, I know what it is. We had a conversation about Susan this afternoon. It was serious, and I talked and you listened, and you didn't run away, and I didn't run away. And what I'm trying to say is, maybe we're growing up.
I thought our marriage was over. That's all.
Oh, God. Matthew! We need a fire!
Good idea.
That was pretty. Matthew! Matthew!
Hi, Audrey. Yeah. Dr. John. What's up? When did Dr. Stewart call? Who was shot? And they need police protection?
I don't like it, Harry. Pryor was supposed to make contact as soon as he got Emily Stewart out of there. I should have heard from him an hour ago.
Hey, you and me both. I'm supposed to dispose of Lloyd's body, so where's the body? I feel like a sitting duck.
All right. Get down to Emily Stewart's. See what you can find out.
If I walk into some kind of trap?
Harry, if Pryor messed up, Brock could decide to turn state's evidence. Then we'll all end up behind bars. So move it.
Emily, I'm sorry. I know how much you loved him. You loved him too, Ellie. Is that why you killed him? Because he didn't want you? So you shot him? What are you talking about? Of course I loved him, but... But he wanted to marry me! I know how obsessed you were with him. You called us all the time! My God, you followed him to Chicago! You don't think I knew about those secret meetings at your office in the middle of the night? I knew about them! But since you couldn't have him, nobody else could, right?
You're in shock, baby. She doesn't know what to say.
Yes, I do!
All right.
I know exactly what I'm saying!
It's fine.
So
I was in shock, too, when I found him.
I was here before Ellie and Brock was already dead.
Oh. Caleb, you helped her kill him. God, I know you never liked Brock. But why did you have to help her kill him? I loved him, and they killed him. Why?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Nabisco shredded wheat. No added sugar, no added salt, no added anything.
Well, Susan's not at the hospital and she's not at home.
Gosh, she's getting better. Better and better and better. Now it's a patient that's shot up. And police. It's better than headache.
Come on now, let's not spoil all the good work we did at dinner. What do you say? Huh?
Let's not do that. Sounds like we're going to have a hospital crawling with coppers.
Oh, okay. I better call Marlo. Probably a headline in that. Oh. I know. I have my business. You have your business. Well, the FCC, they may take away my TV station, but the newspaper is still mine. All mine.
Well, I'm glad you got your priorities straightened out here.
Is that sarcasm, dear?
Me? Sarcastic?
It's Mrs. Walsh. Where's Marlo? Okay. I'm at home. Have him call me.
I will call you, too, the minute I get things worked out at the hospital. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Hi, Doc.
Hiya, Louie.
Hello, pussycat. You look a little tired. How was your day? Did you get supper? Would you like Rosa to...
No.
Something?
I had dinner with Sean.
Oh.
Strictly business.
Picking his brains about executives. Darn, you really didn't think that Kirk was going to leave me. Really. My executives don't leave me unless I fire them. Maybe I can be of help.
Oh, well, I'll manage, thank you.
No hard feelings.
No, of course not. You know, you taught me a valuable lesson. You're right. I'm not ready to take you on. Not yet.
May your poor old mother teach you another lesson, darling.
Oh, no. About business?
No, about life. You're so young, you're so beautiful. Don't just waste it all working all the time when you don't have to. Because believe you me, it's not enough in the end, and I know that. There's some subject that you've been avoiding, and we've got to talk about it. Just because Derek turned out to be...
No, Mother.
Darling, please.
Mother! No.
All right, but just remember that there is a wonderful guy out there for you. Wonderful guy. Someone who truly deserves you.
Well, if there is, I'm sure I'll find him someday. But right now, I'm going to take a hot bath, and then I got to do a little work. You didn't think I'd leave this lying around, did you?
Oh. How could I have raised such a suspicious child? Ah! You'll be okay, baby. Yes. Oh, Marlo. There is a patient in the intensive care at Memorial. 24-hour police surveillance. Look into it. I think there's going to be a good story.
I'll give you my surgery. First Thursday. Yeah. But I got my own right here, so...
I'll be coordinating with the Crime Commission on this one, so you guys report back to me or Joe Bailey. But under no circumstances discuss your findings with anyone else. Clear?
Yes, Lieutenant.
I ought to have the autopsy results in about an hour or so.
Good. But the way things are going, I'll still be here.
Well, I knew something was up, but I had no idea it was so close to home. No wonder you've been so worried the past few weeks.
Well, sorry, Margot. I had to keep you in the dark. Even McCloskey here didn't know what was going on until earlier today.
And I'm just putting the pieces together now.
So now the man that was found dead at Emily's...
Yeah, Lucas Pryor, I'm pretty sure he was working for the Lombard family. And the guy who shot him is one of ours, Lawrence Finley.
Yeah, somehow his cover was blown.
Yeah, let's just hope he pulls through. With Brock silenced, everything hangs on Finley if we want to really put away the Lombard family.
So you think that Emily and Ellie may know something useful?
Yeah, Emily's in no shape to be questioned.
Let's start with Ellie Snyder.
Listen, what Emily's saying is crazy.
And like Susan said, Emily's in shock.
Well, do you blame her? She had everything planned with Brock. She loved him very much.
And so did you. I mean, at least according to what you told Miss Stewart.
Yes, sir, I did, but not in the way Emily thinks.
Even after he asked you to give him an alibi for a massacre a year and a half ago?
I didn't know about the fire in South Bend, Indiana, when I lied to the police. When I found out, I left Brock and Chicago.
But you didn't say anything to the authorities.
No, Tom, I didn't. Because I was afraid, not only for myself, but for my family. I didn't have any proof until a few weeks ago. Brock admitted that he was responsible for the fire, and by then he was already talking about turning state's evidence. That's why I wanted to be at this meeting. I know I was wrong, and I wanted to tell the truth.
Let's get back to the time when you left Chicago. You said shortly after that Brock followed you here to Oakdale.
That's right, he did. And I did everything in my power to stay away from him.
And I can vouch for that.
Now, Ellie, I remember the day I came over here to question him about hiring Foley to protect Emily, that you two were on very good terms. Yes. Yeah, we were on good terms. We became friends. I don't know if he changed because of Emily or because he left Chicago. But he did. And I just want him to have a chance with Emily. That's all.
You're such a liar. She wanted Brock for herself. I knew that.
Listen, do you mind if I take her into the bedroom so she can lie
Go
down?
ahead. We'll let you know when we're ready.
We appreciate your cooperation, Miss
She's
Snyder.
lying.
Ellie is not lying, and neither am I.
Now, Caleb, I wish you'd gotten a look at your assailant.
If this was a professional job, Caleb's lucky to be alive.
It's true. It's not like the Lombards to leave a potential witness behind.
Has anyone notified the Lombard family?
Oh, no. Ellie told us that his parents left for Italy this afternoon.
Philip never leaves the Lake Forest house unattended. You can call there. Someone will be there. You can find out.
Okay, Tom, I'm going to let you deliver the bad news in this case, if you don't mind. I don't want the Lombards knowing I'm connected with it at this point. Snyder, is there any other information you can give us about the Lombard family?
No, I wish there was. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Hello, this is Thomas Hughes. I'm the district attorney in Oakdale, Illinois. Is this the Lombard residence?
Yes?
I'm trying to reach Philip Lombard. I understand he's out of the country.
Why do you need to speak to him?
To inform him that his son, Brock, is dead.
Well, frankly, Lily's signing of Carpenter, Reese, and Cromwell was a major factor in my turning down her offer.
Well, I don't understand. What about your contract with Lucinda?
Oh, well, Lily's very pragmatic about all of that. Yeah. She said contracts are made to be broken. Direct quote.
Well, now, that doesn't sound like Lily.
No, it sounds a lot more like Lucinda to me.
Yeah, I pointed that out to him.
Well, I tried talking to her, but I don't think she's ready to listen. I mean, after what happened with Derek, she doesn't want to deal with anyone, including me.
Is that why you're always waffling on my proposal, woman? Because some man disappointed you years and years ago?
Oh, yes, I confess it was Santa Claus. He's the one.
I tell you what, let's finish doing these dishes, and then let's you and me go on over to my place, and you can help me rearrange my furniture.
Well, go ahead. I mean, you know, we can...
No, we're not going to go anywhere until you look at my photograph. Every time you put a record on, it sounds like a cow in heat.
Well, woman, I offered to buy you a brand new one.
No, that's just the point. You can't buy a new one of these. It's an antique.
Well, I'm afraid your antique is missing some parts.
Well, come on in. Let's look for those parts.
You know, Cal is so good for Mama.
Yeah, well, he's just looking for a chance to make her happy. And I know how he feels. Hey. Don't you think that maybe it's time that you came back to the yacht with me? Spent the night?
Do you realize we practically have the house to ourselves?
Actually, I think we're probably going to have a whole weekend to ourselves. Franny's talking about going up to Ellen's cottage for a few days of skiing with Sean.
She didn't say anything to me about that.
Well, I have a feeling she was kind of hoping that I was going to break the news to you. And judging from the look on your face, she knew exactly what she was doing.
Well, she really hasn't known Sean that long.
Come on now. She's the one who's always telling me I shouldn't get involved in Andy's love life.
But I'm not interfering. That's John's department.
Honey, until this crisis with Andy is solved, John and I are going to have to work this through together.
Just forget I mentioned his name, okay?
Oh, no. I don't want there to be things that we can't talk about. Besides, you're a very important part of Andy's life, too. I really would appreciate it if you would go to this meeting tomorrow night. Al-Anon meeting. Honey?
Kim, you know I would do anything to help Andy. But right now what you don't need is dissension. And that's what you'd be getting with me and John in the same room. I'll make a deal with you, Mrs. Hughes. You can be with John tomorrow night. But your husband would like to have a weekend with you, alone, very soon. You know, maybe we could take a lead from Sean and Franny. Maybe Ellen would loan us the cottage. What do you say?
I say, that's a great idea. I'm going to call Andy again and see if I can get through. I've been trying to call him all night, and the line is busy.
Julie just got back from New York, and I want to tell her about this Al-Anon meeting tomorrow night. Still busy.
Well, you know, if Julie just got back from New York, Andy probably took the phone off the hook. It's not a bad idea.
Honey. Oh, honey.
Doesn't sound like Cal's having too much luck with that phonograph. Was I being pushy about you coming home with me?
No, no.
Wait! Stop! You'll electrocute yourself. Let me get that. Snyder Kitchen.
Your home, sweet home? I want to talk to Ellie, please.
Sorry, Lucinda. She's not here. She's still in town.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because your employees are entitled to a personal life outside of office hours?
Oh, I don't know about that. I had to cancel a meeting with Simply Barbara today because Ellie had other private plans. Now, I'm just calling to see if she's okay and if she's ready to reschedule first thing in the morning. Come on. Barbara's getting her act together. I don't want us to lose our advantage.
Well, you've got an ace in the hole now that Lily's handling Barbara Ryan Originals. It'd be very useful to get our hand on that list of exclusive distributors.
Darling, she's not likely to drop that kind of confidential information. Of course, she does bring her work home.
Well, I'm sure you'll think of something. You want me at that meeting?
No, I think that Blake can handle it.
Right. Well, in that case, I'll concentrate on the new magazine project. Already got a lot of hot ideas for Inside Oakdale.
I bet you have, darling. All right. If Ellie comes home, try to find out what's bothering her, will you? It has something to do with Brock Lombard. And say goodnight to the chickies and the hens.
Good evening, Senora.
Hello, sweetheart. Have you been out at the castle all this while?
Yes, I called. I called at dinner time, but Matthew said that nobody was home.
Oh, I feel bad. I really feel bad. This isn't going the way it should. What? Darling, I feel that we're abandoning Bianca. I mean, I need an evening with my girls. I need us to be a family. I need us to converse. I have my two beautiful girls together.
Well, how are things going at the Earl Mitchell Center? Oh, fine, fine. I was talking to Franny Hughes for a long time, and I think she could have helped out Hey You, and then maybe he wouldn't have ran away.
Ah.
Oh, I shouldn't call him Hey You anymore. We found out his real name. Bruce Dreyfus. Yes, a teacher in South Bend, Indiana, saw Shannon's advertisement and called her. And now Shannon is trying to get Detective Hughes to try to help her find him.
Maybe Hey You doesn't want to be found.
Well, we're just trying to help him.
Yeah, but sometimes people want to help themselves. Sometimes other people have problems respecting their wishes.
Now, what client are you boning up on tonight?
Lucas Pryor.
Ah. Hello? Yes, Marla. Yes. Good. Good heavens, two? Where? I see. All right, good. Keep after it. I'm here all evening. Call me back. Honey, you won't believe this. There has been a shootout. Another shootout at Emily Stewart's. One man is dead, and another is critically wounded. I'm sorry, baby, but the man that's dead, he was your client, Lucas Pryor.
Well, I guess under the circumstances, this guy's lucky to be alive. Dr. Stewart told me something about 24-hour police protection. Was she the admitting doctor?
No, I don't even think she's on duty.
How'd she get involved?
I'm going to give my daughter a call, police headquarters, and find out how long they expect us to keep ICU as around King.
Okay.
John Dixon, Chief of Staff here at the hospital.
Officer Barry Schwartz, Oakdale PD.
Officer, maybe you know my daughter, Detective Margot Hughes. I was wondering if you could tell me, what's going on here? What happened?
There was a shooting outside of town in a condo belonging to Emily Stewart.
Dr. Dixon?
Yes.
There's a call from a Mr. Joe Bailey. He wants to know Mr. Finley's condition. What should I tell him?
I'll take it. Joe Bailey. John Dixon. Margot Hughes' father. Yeah, we've met on several occasions. Mr. Bailey, you want to tell me what the hell is going on here?
I'm sorry, Doctor, I can't discuss the case.
I understand that Dr. Stewart, Susan Stewart, and her daughter Emily were involved.
They're both okay. What about Finley?
Well, Dr. Capello did a neat piece of surgery. The bullet passed through a lung and lodged in the kidney. We were successful in removing the bullet, and we gave it to an officer from ballistics, if that's important to you.
Well, what's important to me now is, when can I talk to Finley?
Well, that's hard to say. There was a lot of internal bleeding before we got him to surgery. A blood clot formed on the brain, and he's in a coma.
What's the prognosis?
We don't know. Dr. Capello tried to dissolve the clot, but it's too early to know yet if he's going to be responsive or not.
Well, in your opinion, Doctor, what are his chances?
Not good.
I appreciate your honesty, Doctor. Look, if there are any changes, you can contact me through Tom Hughes. Okay, thank you.
Caleb, you said when you were outside, you heard music in here.
Yeah, when I came in, it was pretty loud.
You were attacked from behind. You passed out when you came to. Was the music still on?
No. No, it wasn't. He must have turned it off when I was out.
Well, Hendricks checked these for prints, so maybe we'll come up with something. Ellie, you've been in here several times. Is anything different, out of place, missing?
No. No. Wait a minute. There were some papers on that table.
What papers?
There were ledgers and records that Brock was putting together for Lombard Industries.
Get Emily. We better see if she knows anything about this.
Could Hendricks have taken those papers back to the lab?
No way. I watched them dust that table. There were no papers on it.
Miss Stewart, when you were here earlier, do you remember seeing a stack of ledgers and some other papers on that table over there?
Yeah. Tonio was looking at them when Brock and I said goodbye.
Tonio again. It's interesting. No. I was here when Tonio was leaving, and he did not have those papers.
All right, you've been briefed?
Uh-huh.
All right. Miss Stewart, Officer Hanson will be assigned to you, and Officer Cole, you'll be protecting Miss Snyder.
Is this really necessary?
Susan, please.
Did either of you notice anything else missing except the papers?
There should be money.
What money?
Money from the partnership that I sold and money from the account that Brock had here. He said that he was going to take it and convert it into something that was negotiable anywhere we go.
Like what?
I don't know. He just said he didn't want to put it in the hotel safe.
Whoever got those papers must have walked off with the money, too.
How much money?
A lot of money.
What is a lot?
I don't know. Does it matter?
I don't think you're going to get anything more out of them. Why don't we just have them come down to the station in the morning and make statements?
Wait a minute. In view of those missing papers and money that Emily's talking about, I'd like to ask you all to submit to a routine search. Hal?
Caleb, would you mind emptying your pockets?
Sure. Be glad to.
That's it? Take a look at your coat.
Sure.
What's this?
I don't know. I've never seen that before in my life. Those diamonds?
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns. in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Boy, it must be worth a cool million, huh?
Yeah, several cool million.
I'll go a cool million.
And easily negotiable if you know the right broker.
Yeah, Brock Lombard's stash. Look, I don't know how those got in my coat pocket.
I do. Killer put them there when you were unconscious after he killed Brock. Come on, let's get out.
Ellie. Brock was afraid of his father when he should have been afraid of you. So you'll pay for this.
Just remember where she's coming from, okay?
No. She's hurting. She feels like she needs to hurt me.
Look, can I please take Ellie home now?
Yeah. Officer Coles will follow you in an unmarked car. And look, remember, it's in all of our interests to see that the Lombard family's put out of business. So if you think of anything, however insignificant, let us know, okay?
Yes, sir.
Stay close to them, Cole, especially the girl.
So what do you think?
Well, somebody took a stab at setting up Caleb, and Miss Stewart's playing right into their hands. It's obvious the old man Lombard hired somebody to silence his son before Brock could turn state's evidence.
Nice father, huh?
Well, he probably justified killing his son to save the family. I mean, you have to remember that Philip built that empire by demanding fanatical loyalty. To him, it was a holy war. And Brock turned infidel.
Yeah, the question is, Philip Lombard win this battle or the war?
Well, at this point, the only person who can give us the hard evidence that we need is Finley. If he doesn't pull out of that coma, the whole operation goes down the drain. And in that case, the Lombards win. Again.
What about Lloyd?
According to the super in Emily Stewart's building, he was badly wounded when they took him to the hospital. Pryor's dead.
So's Brock.
What the hell?
Something's gone haywire. I can't reach Philip in Rome until 2 a.m. our time. We can't wait that long. Now, look. If Lloyd's still alive, he's got to be silenced. Get down to the hospital and take care of it.
Right.
All right, fine. Goodbye. Honey, there's been some kind of a shooting at Emily's condo.
Good Lord.
Oh, my Lord. I don't want Ellen to hear about this over the radio.
I'll go over there. You stay with Chris.
Oh, okay. I'll call your mom. Maybe Dan is home. Maybe they've heard something about this.
Okay. This place looks pretty secure. If you stay away from the windows, I think you'll be okay.
I don't like any of this.
You'd like the consequences a lot less. Your daughter's gotten mixed up with some very dangerous people. I'll be right outside if you need me.
Why didn't you tell me about Brock?
Couldn't tell you. I didn't want to get you involved.
You were actually going to marry into a crime family?
No. Brock was leaving all that behind. That's why he sent Marjorie and the kids somewhere where they'd be safe. He planned everything so carefully. But he trusted Ellie, Todd. He didn't plan on Ellie. Oh, my God. My God, what if everything was... Ellie was just part of the plan?
What plan?
Mom, why didn't I think of this before? The whole thing's just a trick.
What are you talking about?
Well, okay, Brock must have made a deal with Joe Bailey and Tom at that meeting, so they'd fake his death.
Honey, we saw his body.
Yeah, we didn't. We just saw a body being wheeled out with a sheet over his head. It wasn't Brock, but anybody who was watching would have reported back to Philip that Brock was dead. Oh, Mom, I got to go pack in case Brock comes to get me.
No, honey, he's not going to come. Don't do this to yourself.
You don't understand, Mom. This is the way they operate.
Honey. Don't you remember Ellie's hand? She had blood on her hand.
So what? Ellie would do anything for him. She loves him, remember? It was an act.
It's not an act. It's not an act. He's dead. I'm sorry. It's very hard to face, but he's dead.
I don't even think they make parts for that contraption
Okay,
anymore.
scoring. Keep a tally.
Don't mind us kids. We're just on our way out.
Out?
Out, that's right.
Scoring.
I helped you with your phonograph. Now you got to help me with my decorating scheme. Now put your arm in the armhole and let's get a wiggle on here.
Next thing you know, you'll be hitting my mittens to my coat sleeve.
No, I got a whole lot better idea than that. Iva, don't wait up for your mama.
Oh, actually, I was thinking of driving into town with Kirk.
I'm going to warm up the truck. I think we got company.
Hi, kid. Hi, guys. This is Officer Cole. He's in charge of protecting us.
Protecting us from what?
I'm sorry, Mama.
What is it? Has something happened?
Yeah. What? Brock Lombard was killed tonight. Caleb and I seem to be involved.
I just didn't want you reading about Lucas Pryor in the morning paper, Blake. Right. Are we getting together tomorrow as planned? Great. Yeah, I am too.
Fresh baked Rosa's cookies. Bianca knows where Rosa keeps the key. I didn't have to use the knife to break in. Have one, sweetheart. No. Come on, darling. Come on. The poor man is dead, but that doesn't mean you take a cookie.
Mother.
Good. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I learned to live with violence in Montega, but not here.
Violence can happen anywhere. But, you know, we can protect ourselves. We don't have to be victims. You know, the best protection is knowledge.
You mean like school?
Well, not just school, but that's a good place to start.
I don't think my English is good enough for an American school, though.
What are you talking about, darling? Your English is superb.
Is that really what's bothering you, Bianca? Your English?
Everything is so different from Montega here.
Yeah. You know what? I think you would really enjoy a nice long talk with Leon Hughes. You know, I bet she's felt a lot of the same feelings you're feeling now.
I think that's a great idea, darling. Ask her over. Ask her over. Yeah. Yes, Marla. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Well, of course it has to go on the front page. I don't care what the police say. I mean, our obligation is to get the information out to the public. I can't believe this. Okay. I'm here. Call me back. Brock Lombard killed? Murdered? Oh, I'll bring that thermos of coffee out to you in a bit. I turn on the barn lights over inside there. I really can't take all this in. I mean, who would want to kill Brock Lombard?
And I may be missing a lick here, but I don't understand why just because you found the body you need police protection.
Mama, when I was in Chicago, I had an affair with Brock. I knew that he was married, I knew he had kids, and I knew he wouldn't get a divorce. And, something happened, and I left him and Chicago. And he followed me here. And he accepted the fact that I love Craig, but then he fell in love with Emily, and that's when the trouble started.
What kind of trouble?
Cal, we're really not supposed to say much more than that.
Is that why you didn't want me asking questions about Brock, Ellie?
Yeah. Yeah, Kirk, it is, and I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't ask any more questions.
Well, now, hold on here. If you're putting your mama in some kind of danger...
Well, Cal, she would be in more danger if I told her all the circumstances. Now, please. Please don't ask any more questions, all right? I can't talk about it.
No, I can't tell you that, John. Yeah, well, okay, thank you for the update on Finley. I'll let Joe Bailey know.
Can you at least tell me where I can find Susan and Emily?
Well, we let them go on home a while ago. Well, I might as well tell you. You're going to read it in the morning paper anyway. Brock Lombard has been murdered.
My goodness. Well, obviously that's why Tom Service gave me this number.
Yeah, so if you can do whatever you can for Finley, huh? Appreciate it, thanks. It's no change.
We were so close if we got here 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah, those papers alone would have given us all the proof we needed.
Well, the fact they're missing backs up the Snyder story. Only someone connected to the Lombards would realize how important those records were.
And they've probably been destroyed by now.
Well, now, you think that Tonio made duplicates? I mean, he was working for Lombard Industries for months.
Well, we better execute that warrant for Tonio Reyes as soon as it arrives.
Right.
You know, one thing still puzzles me, though.
Only one?
Yeah, for starters. Why were the diamonds planted on Caleb?
Muddy up the waters. Those people are brilliant at it.
Right. That was Mooney. He established the time of death at 5:45 to 6:15 p.m.
Well, that jives with Caleb's story.
Yep. Lombard was shot in the back at close range.
In the back. That's significant.
Under the circumstances, it's hard to believe that Brock would turn his back on anyone even remotely connected with the family.
Exactly, which means that he knew his killer and trusted him. Or her.
Sweetheart, I want you to take one of these. You don't have to sleep.
I don't want to sleep.
I really think you ought to take one.
No.
Who is it?
John.
Oh, John. It's all right, officer. He's a friend. Come on in.
Oh, listen, I just got your message, you know. I
Let me
didn't know
take
that
your coat.
Emily was involved in anything. Margot told me about Brock. I couldn't get in touch with you. Are you okay? Why do you have the cop outside the door?
For protection. Do you believe it? I'm so worried about Emily. One minute she's hallucinating that Brock is alive, and the next she's accusing Ellie Snyder of murder. I know it's shock, but she won't take a sedative. I don't know what to do. Maybe you can help.
Emily? Emily? Anything we can do for you, Emily?
John. You take me to the hospital so I can talk to Brock? He's at the hospital, right? Please, I have to talk to him.
He's not at the hospital, Emily. I'm sure they've taken him to the city morgue.
The morgue?
Yes.
He's dead?
Yes.
Why wasn't I there? Ellie killed him because of me. I could have stopped it. This is all my fault. Always my fault.
I think it was a mistake that Caleb and I came home. We're going to go into town. We're going to get a hotel.
Absolutely not. No.
Mama, you don't understand the danger that we put
I
you
don't
under.
care about the danger. I want you here with your family.
Well, I don't think any of you understand how serious this is.
Why don't you tell him about your car? Someone did tamper with the steering line, didn't they?
What the hell? Why? Because Ellie knew too much.
Caleb.
Look, Brock was into a whole lot of ugly stuff in Chicago, and he dragged Ellie into the middle of it. It wasn't her fault.
Ellie, it sounds to me like you're involved in something criminal here. Now, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, Mom, I was. About a year and a half ago, Brock asked me to give him an alibi. And I did. I didn't know at the time. I lied to the police, and a lot of people died. And now Brock's dead. So maybe I am to blame for all of this. Maybe.
Tom, I realize the position I'm putting you in. The press hates to be shut out of a murder case. They're going to accuse you of keeping information from the public that elected you.
Elected me by a very slim margin.
Nancy heard about the shootout at Emley's from Kim. She's not too happy when I told her it looks like another all-nighter.
You know, Hal and I were just talking about the Dreyfus kid. Do you think that he knows anything that would help in the Lombard case?
Oh, I doubt it. Which doesn't mean they won't try to eliminate him. I mean, those people don't leave any leaf unturned. Which is why I hope the security you have around Finley is the best you've got.
It is. Would you like to stop off at Memorial and see for yourself?
Actually, yes. What do you say we all meet back at the station?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I have a couple things I want to talk to Marva and Hal about while we wait on that warrant for Reyes.
If Hendricks calls, get the ballistics report.
Yes, sir. Oh, Tom. Do you think that Caleb and Ellie are in big trouble here?
Well, I just hope the press doesn't get a hold of any of Emily's accusations. You know how they love a crime of passion.
I mean, Emily. First Stenbeck and now Brock. Do you think she realizes what she was getting into?
Tom Hughes? Right. Hendricks, did you get that report?
It's the murder weapon, all right. Bullets are perfect match. Gun registered to the victim, but here's the kicker. Only 2 sets of prints. Brock Lombard's and Ellie Snyder's.
Damn.
If there's any change, I want to be notified immediately.
Yes, Doctor.
It's gonna be a long night for you.
We get used to it. The staff has been terrific.
Yeah, well, I hope they take equally good care of my patient. Good night.
Good night.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light, next on most of the CBS stations. Children's Clothes by Goodlad of Philadelphia. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.